So as I told you, we're going to do a lot of hip opening as well as shoulder opening. I think with all the studying that so many of you are going to be doing the next few weeks, you're going to find yourself like this and shoulders rolled forward and a lot of tension across your chest, which tends to lead to a hurt neck. And then all the sitting that you'll probably be doing while you're studying for your final exams is going to make your hips and your low back a little bit tight. So the practice that we do today, just think of little parts of it that you could actually do at home when you've had too much of this and your hips feel tight. All right, so let's just start lying down on your back. Just start with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. And let's take the right hand on the right knee. You can even take the fingertips behind the knee if you want. And just exhale the right knee into the chest. Relax. And then when you inhale, stretch your right leg out straight so that it's parallel to the floor and stretch your arms overhead. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Slowly bring the right knee into the chest. Empty it out. And then inhale slowly. Reach the fingers and toes in opposite directions. Just take your time, feeling your body compress on the exhalation. And feeling your body expand on the inhalation. Tuning into the right side of your body, because in a few minutes we're going to compare the right side of your body to the left and see if we notice any imbalances. Just draw the knee in one last time and hold it there and breathe. On your next exhalation, place the right foot down, take the fingertips behind the left knee. Exhale, left knee all the way into your chest. Empty the breath out. Inhale, stretch your leg long, stretch your arms up and over. Exhale, slowly draw the knee in as you empty all the breath out. And then a big, long, smooth inhalation. Just take your time at the pace of your breath, moving in and out. There's no hurry. The next hour is for you. It's for nourishment. To explore where you hold the tension in your body. And of course, to release that tension. Make this your last one. Hold the left knee in. Good. Please place both feet flat on the floor with your big toes and ankles touching. Just let your arms rest to the sides of your body. And very slowly exhale, drop both knees to the left, turn your head to the right. Gently tuck your belly in. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, drop both knees to the right, turn your head to the left. And inhale back to center. So you're always turning your head away from your knees and gently engaging your abdomen as you exhale into the twist. And then when you come back to center, you just relax in the middle. Before you exhale, gently engage. Turn the head away from the knees. And as you go side to side, I'd like you to check in with your neck, your upper back. What's happening on the right side of your neck, the left side of your neck, your right shoulder blade, your left shoulder blade. But I'd also like you to check in with your low back and your hips. What are you feeling in your low back and hips today? Good. Come back to center in your last one. And with your big toes still touching and your feet flat on the floor, just take your right ankle on top of your left thigh And very gently start to rock right to left, just giving your low back and glutes a nice little massage against the floor. And using this gentle dynamic movement, coordinated with your breathing, to check in with your hips this morning. What do you feel in these glutes and the piriformis, also known as your booty or your buttocks? Is there any tight muscles there from driving too much or sitting too much or maybe even doing a sport that requires a lot of running? Many times runners have super, super tight glutes. Just one more time to each side. Come back to the middle, big toes touching, feet flat on the floor. And then same thing with the left leg, just place the ankle on the right thigh and start to move from side to side. Take your time. Go slowly with your breath, slowly with your movement. We want your yoga practice to feel very nourishing. How does this left hip and low back feel different than the right side, if at all? Good. Finish your last little twist side to side. Just bring both feet flat on the floor and rest. Take your hands to your abdomen with your elbows on the floor. Close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths from the nose, past the chest. Draw the breath down into the abdomen. And then on the exhalation, empty the abdomen, empty the chest, empty the nose. Just take your time in and out. Bring your attentional focus to your abdomen. And every time you exhale, can you feel your low back supported on the floor? Let's move into a little bit of core work. Just bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart in what we call in yoga Baddha Konasana, or reclined bound angle. Please bring your fingertips behind your head, shoulders back, elbows back, and very slowly just start to build a little heat by exhaling, closing your knees together, lifting your head up off the floor, gently tucking your belly in, and then inhaling, opening like a little lotus flower, knees apart, head back down. Exhale, engage the abdomen. Look at your abdomen. Can you tuck it in a little bit? Inhale down. Now when you do this, try not to yank on your head with your hands. You don't want to pull your neck. You really want the core muscles of your body, your rectus abdominis, that six-pack muscle that runs all the way down the front of your body. You want that muscle to be the primary focus here. So when you look at your belly, you're actually connecting your mind to your rectus abdominis and asking it to do the work so that you're not pulling with your hands on your head to get up. Your head should literally be resting in your hands. One more. Good. Lower your head down, let your knees come apart, and just let your arms rest at the sides of your body. Resting in cobbler pose, just gently turn your head to the left, maybe touch your left ear down to the floor, and then slowly roll across the back of your head, touching your opposite ear down to the floor. Just checking in with your neck. Is there one side of your neck that feels tighter than the other? Good. Bring your head back to center position. Slowly close your knees together. And I'd like you to roll over onto one side of your body. You're just going to use one or two blocks to place at the top of your mat. I like to place them next to one another so that it's almost like a little ledge here. And just come over onto the right side of your body, almost like you're just waking up in the morning with your head on a pillow. Stretch your arms out, straight out from your chest with your left palm on top of your right. Pull your knees up, straight out from your belly button if you can. And then with a big inhalation, let your left arm float up and back. Don't push the first time all the way to the floor. Exhale, bring that top arm back to starting position, left palm meeting the right. Inhale, left arm up and over. Exhale, left arm coming back. Take your time. As with all yoga postures, don't push and force. Rather, breathe and allow opening to happen. There's no hurry, there's no competition. Your eyes are closed, just like everybody else. It's really about finding an internal experience and noticing those sensations inside of you. When you're ready, open up the arms to a T. Even if your left hand doesn't come all the way to the floor, it's okay. Just open up as you can. Hold it here and breathe. Just taking some nice, long, slow, steady breaths. Noticing how it feels to breathe deeply when in this twisted position. Can you expand the lungs so that they press against the inside of your rib cage and stretch out those little intercostal muscles between each rib? Through deep breathing, we are stretching you from the inside. Good. Let the left hand float back up and over to meet the right, and just lie here for a moment. You can bend your elbows and rest. Now all you need to do is to roll over onto your back and set yourself up on the other side. I'm going to switch ends just so I don't put my buttocks to the camera. Once again, just lying on your left side, draw your knees up straight out from your belly. Stretch your arms out, one palm on top of the other. And this side might be totally different as you inhale and open up the chest, letting the right arm float up and over. And exhale, close it. Just take your time. I always find it so interesting that when I go slowly, I can really feel which muscles, which areas of my body are tight. Sometimes in daily life, I don't even notice that something is getting super tight. But when I slow it down and breathe and feel, I can find those spots and say, oh, yep, there it is. Let's go in there deep and try to open that up through breath and movement. So the next time, as you open the right arm up and over, finding a place for it to rest, just close your eyes and once again take the breath in, filling up your lungs. As the lungs fill, they press from the inside of your body and stretch out those little intercostal muscles between each rib. In yoga, we stretch from the outside, but we also stretch from the inside. We basically create more space inside of you. Good. When you're ready, let the right arm float up and over slowly, back to meet the left hand. You can bend your elbows and just rest here. Check in. Good. All right, roll onto your back, and you can keep your head on the blocks, just for a little stretch of the neck. Just lift your head up, lengthen your neck. If you even want to scoot your body down a little bit so that your neck is nice and long here. Kind of creates a little traction, and then you can just simply, with the lengthening of the neck, just slowly turn your head from side to side. These little sternocleidomastoid muscles that turn your head on the sides of your neck. A lot of times when you get stressed out, those get really tight. Good. All right. Come back to neutral with the head. Just roll over onto one side and push yourself up. Okay, let's continue with this theme of using the blocks. I'd just like you to come to all fours in table position, placing one hand on one block, the other hand on the other block. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Like I said, I want to open up your hips and your shoulders today. So we're going to exhale the right knee into the nose. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale the right knee in. Inhale, up and down. And then we'll go to the other side. Okay? So let's start. The knees are touching in the middle. Exhale, right knee into the chest. Inhale, right leg up and back. Lift the chin. Exhale, right knee into the chest. Inhale, side. And release. We'll do the same thing. Exhale, left knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, open. And down. Now you go on your own. Working with your breath, exhaling when your body becomes smaller. Inhaling when your body becomes larger. Go at the pace of your breath. There's no hurry. If you want to take one breath in between each repetition, you can do that. And really feel your hips. Feel your right hip, feel your left hip, feel the two sides of your low back. Does one side of your body feel stronger than the other? Is it harder to balance on one side? All of these little indications of being imbalanced, meaning one side is stronger, one side is more flexible than the other, they're important to note. One more time on each side. Time your breath and movement. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now keep your hands on the blocks. Walk your hips back. Walk your knees back. Let your forehead come to the floor. Keep your elbows off the floor. Your hips are nice and high. Keep breathing. Good. When you're ready, lift your head up. Walk your knees back towards one another. Just bring your blocks this way, side by side. And you can just begin by putting your elbows in your forearms and bringing your palms together. So let's open up your shoulders. Exhale, push back. Inhale, bring your chin all the way to your thumbs. Exhale, push back. Reach your tailbone back, back, back. Inhale, bring your chin to your thumbs. Just take your time, moving your shoulder blades up and down. Like I said earlier, with all of the sitting and the studying and the iPhone use, our upper back tends to get pretty tight, especially around the time of finals. So we really want to go in and get some movement in there. Last one. All right, good job. Now with your arms on the blocks, can you lift up into a plank? If that's too much to keep your knees off the floor, you are allowed to put your knees on the floor, but don't have your booty up here like this. You still have to engage your abdomen. Keep breathing. When you're ready, just walk your knees forward one more time. Just come into a child's pose with your arms on the blocks. Good. And then when you're ready, just slowly make your way up to a standing forward bend. If you want to have your hands on the blocks, feel free. Just bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, feel it all the way down the right side of the hamstring and hip. And then switch sides, bend the right knee, take the stretch over into the left side of the low back and hip and hamstrings. And just slowly go back and forth. It's almost like you're contracting the right side of the waist when you bend the right knee. You're contracting the left side of the waist when you bend the left knee. Just take your time. Good. Straighten out both legs. And just come all the way up to standing. Take your blocks in your hands. We're going to continue to move your shoulders in all directions. So we did up and down just now when we were on the floor with our forearms on the blocks. Now I want to do out and in, and I want you to really feel what happens with your shoulder blades. So go ahead and join me. Inhale, open the blocks out, and I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together, right here. And then bring the blocks together and kind of round in the upper back, bringing your shoulder blades apart. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, spread them. And just notice if one side of your upper back doesn't feel more stuck than the other. Like for me, I'm a right-hander, and I can just feel the whole upper right side of my back feels pretty stuck. A couple more times. Don't hesitate to round over the top, and then fully extend and squeeze. Good. Last one. Come back to a T. All right, now we're going to take your shoulder blade. We went up and down. Now we went this way. Now we're going to go this way, right? We're getting all different directions. So start with your blocks down. Inhale up. Exhale down. A couple more times like that. Again, just tune into your upper back and see if one side feels more stuck than the other or not. If you have perfect balance, lucky you. A couple more times, 3 more times. Total focus on the upper back. Make this your last one. And just hold the blocks up. Hold the blocks up. Can you reach with the blocks to the sky? Take a big, deep breath into your ribcage. One more breath. And release. Work any tension out of the neck and the shoulders. If you feel any little crunchies, you need more water. All right. Let's take our blocks and we'll just put them at the top of the mat in case we need them. Just stand behind them with your big toes touching, your feet together. Arms down to the sides. Inhale, right arm up. Left hand behind the back. Exhale, forward bend with the right arm. Inhale, lead with your right arm up. And now we're going to switch sides. And the other side. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, left arm up. Switch sides. Exhale. Inhale. Switch sides. Exhale. Inhale. Switch sides. Does one side feel different than the other? Make this your last one. Hold your hands behind your back. If you can, grab onto your opposite forearm. And again, just kind of squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you, which is going to lift the chest in the front of the body. Just hold it here and breathe, making it really nice and wide across the front of your chest. And then switch sides with the arms. Probably the more comfortable arm is on top. Can you switch it and put the less comfortable arm on top? Again, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, expand across the front of your chest. Notice if there's any tension on one side. Breathe into the tension area. And release, work it out. So do you guys feel different sides are more tight? Like for me, I'm right-handed, and this felt very tight when I did that. I was like, wow. Do you guys feel that? Are you so young and fit you don't feel that yet? Wait till 30 years from now. All right. Doesn't have to happen, though. All right, let's come to about the 1/3 of the way from your mat. You've got your blocks up at the top, big toes touching. So 1/3 from the back is what I'm saying. Turn your right foot out. Step your left foot forward. So we just did forward bend with one arm. Now we're going to make it a little harder because it's almost like you're on a balance beam. Take your left hand back. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm to the block or the floor if you like. Keep your legs straight. Lead with your arm. Come back up. Exhale, right back down. Pull your belly in gently. Keep your legs straight the whole time, moving in and out with your breath, exhaling as your body closes together, inhaling as your body opens up. Last time, come down and hold. Hold your hand on your thigh, or your shin, or the block, or the floor, whatever you like. Try to keep both legs straight. Keep your breath long and slow and smooth. Feel that all the way down the back of your left leg and the outside of your left hip. Good. Now, keeping both legs straight if you can. However, if your low back is a little tender today, then you can bend your left knee. Inhale, lead with the arm up. And release down. Step back. Same thing. Turn your left foot out. Step your right foot forward. Right hand goes behind. And for you right-handers, this might be tight like mine. Hips and shoulders towards the front. Inhale up. Exhale. Hand can come to the thigh, the shin, the ankle, the floor, whatever you like. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, focus on your abdomen, gently pulling it in, controlling the movement all the way down. Inhale, think about filling up your chest, your upper back with the breath. Exhale, empty it out. Inhale, fill yourself up with vitality. 2 more times. Keep your legs straight if you can. There's definitely a balancing component. It's almost like you're on a balance beam. Come on down and hold. Whether you hold halfway down, like this, if you want to make it a little easier, or if you want to come down all the way, go ahead, hold it here and breathe. Straight legs if you can. When we get ready to come out, if you need a little support for your low back, you can bend your right knee. Otherwise, keep legs straight, arms straight. Empty the exhale out and inhale up. Try to keep your balance. And lower the arm. Step back. All right, so let's now take your hands together, interlace them, press your palms away, and just press your palms towards me. Not overhead, just towards me. Exhale, squat down, nice and low. Inhale, back up. Just do that a few times. Feeling the strength of your legs. Keeping your weight back on your heels. Only go as far down as you can keep your heels on the floor. Now, some of you are so open in the hips, you can bring your tailbone down to your heels. You can go all the way down if you want. 2 more times. Last time, come in and hold. If it's too much to have your arms out in front, bring your hands behind. Hold it here, weight on the heels, thighs parallel to the floor. Feeling the strength of your legs, grounding you down into the earth. Good, inhale up. Stretch up and back. And exhale down. Work any tension out of your shoulders, your neck. Good. All right, so let's just have you stand with your feet maybe 2 to 2.5 feet apart. Toes facing forward. You can be towards me wherever you want. Just inhale the arms up. And exhale, twist to the left. Bring your left hand behind your back, bring your right hand on your shoulder, back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. So this is an upper back twist. Your hips are almost staying stationary towards the front. And you're really twisting through your midsection, exhaling, pulling your belly in, twisting through your upper back, twisting through your neck. One more time. Good. All right, the next one I want you to do is now going to be hips and low back twist. Left hand behind, right hand on the outside of your left knee. Inhale, come up. See how this has turned into a low back and hips twist? Exhale, right hand behind the back, left hand outside the right knee. Inhale up just a few times. Twisting. This time pulling the belly in a little bit. Good. All right, come on up. This time, can you bring your right hand to your left ankle? Maybe your left hand goes to the sky, or maybe your left hand goes behind your back. You decide. Inhale up. So it's just a progressive twist. If it's too much to bring your hand on the floor outside your ankle, just keep your hand outside your knee, like we did before. Looking good, you guys. Keep going. Remember, it's all about hips and shoulders today. One more time to each side. Good. Make this your last one. Arms overhead. Keep the feet nice and wide. Just exhale. When you come into the forward bend, don't go all the way down. Keep it lifting just a little bit. I don't know if you can see how it's almost like my spine is almost parallel to the floor. Hold it here and breathe. Good. Place your hands on your thighs, bend your knees a little bit, and come on. Beautiful. Step your feet together. Let's just do a couple of sun salutations. Let's get the blocks out of the way for you. Come to the top of your yoga mat. Big toes touching or feet hip width distance apart. Roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale all the breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold it down. Now I'd like you to step your right foot back. Watch me. We're going to take your left foot all the way up to the sky. Go for it. Left foot goes up to the sky. Oh yeah. Very nice, you guys. Hold it here and breathe. All right, now use your abdominal muscles to step your left foot in between your hands, lunge it back. Step your right foot forward, exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, mount. I'm going to do the same thing, opposite leg. Inhale up. Exhale, forward bend. This time you lunge your left foot all the way back. Plant your hands flat. Lift your right leg up to the sky and hold. Keep your breath long, slow, and smooth. Good. Look in front of your hands. Inhale. Step the right foot forward. Step the left foot forward. Forward bend. Exhale, nose to the knees. Inhale, come on. Exhale down. How was it? Is it okay? Can we make it a little harder? Try. You guys look sleepy this morning. All right, let's give it another one. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Step your right foot back. Left leg goes to the sky. All right, from here, can you come to a plank? Hold that plank. Got it. Can you keep your leg lifted and lower down? Woo, there you go. Is the leg still up? Now, can you keep that leg lifted and push up? Oh, barely. Back to down dog. You got it. Bring both toes to the floor. In down dog. Look in front of your hands and step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Exhale into the forward bend. Inhale down. Exhale down. I already did a whole nother class. I think my arms are too tired to do this. You guys, this is your first class. You can do it. Okay? Let's go. Inhale up. Exhale. Forward fold. Left foot steps back. Right toes go to the sky. You got it? Keep the right toes up. Plank it. Can you keep the right toes up? Lower down. Oh, keep the right toes up. Here's the hard part. Push up. Oh, yeah. Back to down dog. Good. Come into normal down dog. Big toes touching. And gently drop to your knees and rest in a child's pose for a moment. Good job. Catch your breath. And when you're ready, come into table position. We'll just step the left foot forward and the right foot forward into the standing forward bend to finish off the sun salutation. Inhale, come up. Exhale. All right, we have one more. We're going to add a warrior three. Okay? Big toes touching. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold. This time, step your left foot back into a high lunge. But from here, I want you to launch off like an eagle who's decided to take a flight. Ready? Go. Find that one spot on the floor to look at. Don't take your eyes off of it. Keep breathing. Very nice, you guys. How are you going to get to down dog? Just bend the right knee, step it back. You can either go to child's pose and rest, or you can stay in down dog, or you can take it through a plank. Exhale down, push up into up dog, and back to down dog. If you've been in down dog or child's pose, join me now. You can step the left foot forward. Again, like an eagle who's going to take flight, just come up, find your warrior three. If it's here, that's fine. It's still a great balancing pose. If it's all the way down, it's a little harder. Keep breathing. I'm going to just gently bring your fingertips to the floor, the right toes to the floor. Hold your standing forward bend here. If you need to, you can bend your knees to relax your low back. Exhale, empty it out. Inhale, come on. Working tension on your shoulders and your neck. All right, so I'm going to show you a pose that's great for the hips and the shoulders that we have not yet done yet this quarter. It's called Garlandasana, or eagle pose. So we'll start with the arms, learn those, then we'll learn the legs, and we'll put it all together. All right, so just standing with your big toes touching, arms out to a T. Those of you who have a muscular or busty upper body, this could be hard for you, we'll see. Just take your right arm over your left. Yeah, right on. Okay, hug yourself. So those of you with kind of a nice muscular or busty upper body, you're simply going to go inhale up, exhale down, right? You're going to extend through the upper back and curl. The rest of you might be able to do this. Take your hands and wrap. See how I have that wrapped? Yeah, not so bad. Inhale up, exhale, curl. Inhale up. So if you cannot wrap your hands, you just give yourself a hug. Either way, we're really getting into the upper back and shoulders. All right. And release. Remember what arm is on top. Work it out. Okay, now we'll go to the other side. Arms to a T. Opposite arm over. For the huggers, you're here. You lift and lower the elbows. For the wrappers, wrap the right fingers on the left inside of the wrist. Same thing. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, lower. Just take your time, noticing what you feel in your shoulders, your upper back, between your shoulder blades. All right, last one. And release. Did you guys notice the difference between the two sides? That one was about the same for me. I think it's interesting to think, okay, so I probably have balance back here, just not up here, right? All right, so let's do the first one again. Arms out to a T. Right arm over the left. Either hug yourself or wrap. Now, if my right arm is on top, I'm going to stand on my right leg. Okay? Standing on my right leg. Can you wrap these toes all the way back behind your calf? Can you wrap? So you really have to squeeze your inner thighs together. And bend the right knee. Get nice and low down in there. Okay? Oh, wow. We need to work on this one. If you can wrap your left toes around the back of your calf, go for it. I've had a sprained ankle for the last few months, so it's not going to happen for me today. Balancing like an eagle on a branch. release. How was that, you guys? That looked hard for you. Wasn't pretty from the outside. How was it from the inside? Did it feel okay? If it feels okay, we really don't care what it looks like from the outside. All right, let's do the other side. Arms up. Which arm is on top? Left. You got it. Hug or wrap. Now, some of you are like doing a little thing like this. I want you to cross your legs. There you go. It's more important to squeeze your inner thighs together than it is to get your toes all the way back behind your calf. Think about bringing everything to the midline of your body, the middle. It's a hard balancing pose, isn't it? And get some eagles out there. Work it out. I like to give you at least 1 or 2 new things a day, just to challenge you a bit. All right, let's come all the way down to table on all fours. Good job today, you guys. Starting to work into our cool down. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's walk the hands one hand length forward. And without going all the way back into child's pose, just about halfway back. Keep your elbows on the floor. Exhale. Inhale back to table. So the reason we walked your hands one hand length forward was to really get a nice opening through the sides of your body for your latissimus dorsi. A couple more times, in and out. Good job. Let's do a few seated postures before we go down to the floor. Just sit on your bottom with your legs out in front, big toes touching. Sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back, try not to do this kind of thing. Lift up and make those little spinal muscles do some work. And then when you're ready, just step your right leg over your left. And for some of you that have really open hips, you might even be able to tuck your left leg underneath, but you want to keep this cheek flat on the floor. So either tuck it or keep it straight, it's really up to you. But if you do bend the left knee, you can't be all wonky to the side. All right, now take your left hand on your right knee, sit up nice and tall, exhale, twist and look over your right shoulder. Try not to put a lot of weight on your right hand. You should be able to lift your right hand up. It's really your spinal muscles that are doing the work and lifting the crown of your head to the sky. That's what we mean by trying to enter and leave the room quietly. And the whole point is that all of us are trying to focus and breathe and be in our bodies. But when a distraction like that happens, it's okay. It just gives you an opportunity to come back inward and refocus on your breath. Good. And release. Now, some of you are so open in the hips, you'll be able to keep your foot up here on your thigh. Others of you will want to bring the sole of your foot to the inside of your thigh. So you can decide if you want to make it a little harder. Now, if your knee is way up here like mine, because I've been a runner, I've got tight hips, I'm not going to try to force that. I'm just instead going to bring mine down here, right? So when you're ready, either right foot on the left thigh or right foot on the floor, inhale up. Try to hinge at the hips and come forward. If your hinging happens here, maybe your hand is on your thigh, your knee, your shin, your ankle, or your toes. If you can bring your chest all the way down onto your left thigh, feel free. But what we really want you to feel is something back in here. Okay, this is the whole area, low back, hips. We call this head to knee pose, Janu Shirshasana, because one day your head might end up on your knee. Keep breathing deeply. Close your eyes and go inward. Good. When you're ready, inhale, lift with your arms up. Exhale. Stretch both legs out. Did you feel that in your right hip? Okay, we'll do the same thing with your left leg. This time, keep the right leg straight. Walk the left leg over. If your hips are open, you can bend your right knee as long as this hip touches the floor. It's up to you. And this side might be totally different. That's the strange thing about our bodies, right? So inhale, lift. Left hand back. Exhale, twist. This time looking over your left shoulder. Continue to sit up nice and tall. Don't put a lot of weight on your left hand. And just breathe. Nice, long, slow breaths from the nose down to the belly. Good. And release. Again, you can either put your ankle on your right thigh, or if you want to open this leg up out to the side, you can do that. Sometimes when you have some people have what's called a torn labrum, which is something deep inside your hip, and it makes it hard to externally rotate. Some people like to even put a block there, if that helps, especially if there's pain inside here. All right, inhale up. Exhale, hands come to the thigh, the knee, the shin, ankle, maybe the toes. Just be sure you're hinging at the hips. If you hinge far enough at the hips that your chest and your forehead come down to your thigh, go for it. Keep breathing. Nice, long, slow, steady breaths. Close your eyes and go inward. Good. Last breath here. Exhale it out. Inhale, lead with the arms. Come on up. And stretch your legs out in front. All right, last seated pose of the day. Cobbler pose. Soles of feet together, knees apart. If you have very open hips, your knees will come all the way down to the floor. If you're a runner or somebody else who's done a lot of athletics, your knees might be a little higher. It's not important. What's important is that you're feeling a stretch in your low back, your hips, your inner thighs. So if your knees just flop open to the floor, you're allowed to go forward into a forward bend. The rest of us with tighter hips, I'll call them athlete hips, are just going to sit here and just kind of gently soften and open the knees up. Close your eyes and just see if you can let go of whatever it is you're holding on to back here in your glutes. Just say, okay guys, no need to go crazy. It's safe, we can relax here. Just a few more breaths. I think all poses that have external rotation of the femur, a lot of Westerners have super, super tight glutes. So these types of poses are really good after every workout. Good job. When you're ready, close your knees together. I think I want to just get one more little ab thing in. How about you guys? Let's just do one little boat pose, asana. Just lean back, bring your toes to the level of your eyes. Engage and focus on your midsection. And breathe. Good work. 2 more breaths. You've got it. You guys are getting strong. I like it. Good. When you're ready, just lower your feet. Just give your knees a little hug. Release your back. Take a breath here. And then And very slowly and mindfully, just make your way all the way down onto your back. Feet flat on the floor, knees bent. Let it go. You did great work today, everybody. Good job. Let's do one last twist. Bring your arms out to a T. Just lift your feet off the floor so that your knees are over your belly button. Palms flat on the floor. And just exhale, both knees to the left. Turn your head to the right, coming into a full spinal twist, shoulders and hips. Turn your head and look at your right hand. And just feel the breath moving in and out of your body. Nice big inhalation, long, slow exhalation. One more breath here. After your exhalation, let it all out. And inhale back to center. Let's do the same thing, dropping the knees to the right. If there's a big space between your knees, you might consider putting a block in between there. That's actually going to let your left hip and left side of the low back know that it's safe to surrender. So it sounds strange, but sometimes giving your body the support that it needs, it will actually open up for you in a very deep and different way. If it feels good, turn your head and look over your left hand. Once again, pay attention to the breath entering and leaving your body. Good. If you have a block between your legs, go ahead and remove it. Empty the breath out on the exhalation. Inhale back to center. Just gently exhale both knees into your chest on the exhalation. On the inhalation, stretch your legs up, let your arms come up and over. Go back and forth, knees to chest on the exhalation. Legs in the air on the inhalation. Just a few more times. When you exhale and bring the knees in, you release your low back. When you stretch your arms up overhead, you release the upper back. And just finish with the knees to the chest. Exhale. Pushing the low back gently into the floor, holding here. And then preparing for final relaxation. Just finding yourself in a comfortable position. You'll be able to stay for about 10 or 15 minutes, making sure you're centered on your mat again. If you think you want blocks underneath your hamstrings, that just tilts your pelvis under, providing a little more support for the low back against the floor. Just see if you can find a place of stillness. Can really let go into the relaxation response that is hopefully going to take over right now.
Hi guys, I really hope this video has been good for you. Please subscribe to our channel. We'll be putting more videos up weekly, and go to our website www.amywheeler.com. In addition, you can get on any of our social media at Optimal State.